Posers and Cocktails, sponsored by Cincinnati Song Initiative. So this week's guest is someone who's a part of my other family, Chicago Opera Theater. The guest is Shawn Okpebholo. He's a writer of opera, art song, instrumental music. He's a real talent and a real force, and I'm just so excited y'all get to meet him this Thursday. So, the drink he wanted to pick was white sangria. Now, white sangria is kind of difficult to make by the class, so what I'm going to do is teach you how to make it in one batch, and I'm going to just pour it into my cup. So things we will need is a white wine. I typically do Sauvignon Blanc or a Riesling, or a Pinot Grigio. Sauvignon Blanc I prefer, it's a little more complex, there's just more fruit notes, so that's my choice. You'll need brandy, and usually get like a flavored fruit brandy, so apple brandy, pear brandy, those are great options. You'll need either ginger ale or a little bit of club soda, your choice. And then the fruits are kind of what you want it to be. You definitely will need some lemons and limes. I would say use about 2 limes and about 3 lemons. I'm going to use 1 apple. You could up that up to 2. I would say 1 to 2 oranges, and then I would say about 2 to 3. I'm using nectarines. Other fruits you can use are pineapples or mango. Those are all great options, but these are the ones I'm working with. Oh, and some strawberries. You'll also need a little bit of sugar, so we'll talk about that. So let's just start. Let's cut up our fruit. So because it's 1 glass, I'm just going to do a little sliver, and I'm going to show you kind of the general size. I'm going to cut it in half, the lime, and then put it into a quarter. So you get one of these slices, a little wedge. We're going to plop them in. Same thing with the lemon. I'm going to cut it in half and then cut that into a 1/4. And you get a lemon slice. I'm going to dice my not nectarine, sorry. Oh my gosh. This is not a nectarine. This is a peach. Thank you. Brain just failed me, so we're gonna put our peach. I'm gonna put 2 peaches in there, like 2 little quarters. Then I'm gonna do about, I don't know, just a thin slice of the apple and dice it into about 3 pieces, so they're all roughly about, I don't know, yay big. And then last but not least, I'm going to do my orange, which I will first cut in half. And then I'm going to... And for these, I do like to take off the rind. And then I'm going to plop them in there too. There we go. And last but not least, our strawberries. I got a whole bunch. I'm going to do about 2. And you can cut off the stem and then dice it in half. I'm going to do 2 of these guys. Normally I'd say put about like 12, 14 strawberries. Yay. For your full bottle of wine, when you're using to make your pitcher to pull overnight, you're going to complement it with about 2 ounces, 3 ounces of the flavored brandy. Because this is 1 glass, I'm obviously going to limit what I'm doing. And then, for me, I'm just going to fill up my glass. But for you, you can put a whole entire bottle in. With some ice. And then I'm going to add, for 1 bottle of wine, I would probably do about a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of sugar. Kind of depends on how sweet you like it. I aim for a little bit less sweet, so I'm more like a 1/4 cup of sugar guy. But for this, I'm going to do about 1/2 ounce, just enough to let those fruit flavors come forward. And then I'm going to stir a little bit. And for you, you're going to stir in a big pitcher. And you want to let it sit overnight, because that's when all the flavors really mix, or at least make it like 4 or 5 hours in advance. It's one of those drinks that you can have right away, but it's way more satisfying if you wait. And then I'm going to top it off with the bubbly. Just a little bit, just to give it some carbonation. So, I will see you on Thursday with Shawn with your glass of white sangria. Cheers.